Sun's shining, ladies and gentlemen. And today, I'm gonna make these wheels fit because it's been 2 weeks and I haven't been able to drive, so it's time to roll the guards. As you can see, it's sitting nice, but that lip in here rubbing on my tires and on the front, you can see the same. Excuse that curbing, I need to get them refurbished. But yeah, for once I'm not going to be under the car. Pull up a chair, make a cup of tea, and massage this bodywork. So of course, as you know, I had to go and see the bro Steve, so we got this extension plug thingy-mabob and a heat gun. Because, I'll show you why in a second, because it's cold. The car's battery's flat, so I might have to go see the bro Steve again or just do it in situ, so crack on for now anyway, because I can't move it, it's beached.
Wanna turn it up some in the headphones? Smashing, live ass niggas in traffic, lighting up, gases and the classics, lay ass niggas in traffic, mashing. Niggas in traffic, lighting up in the classics, play ass niggas in traffic, catch a nigga mashing on where the cash is, live ass niggas in traffic, dipping, smashing.
Excuse the wind, she's hella windy and knots today. So basically, I don't know if you can see the lip here, but basically we've got to pinch this in, fold it up, because it's sitting on the tyre at the moment, and that's not good. It's going to cut your tyres up and ruin the body. So I don't know how far along here we'll come, probably about to here and up around to where that ends on the bumper. Obviously we can't really do anything with that. Maybe Dremel a section of that if we really had to, but avoid doing any cutting where possible. And that's another reason why I've got the heat gun, is we need to keep the paint warm so it's a bit more flexible. You've probably seen dudes running around in FK Civics and that with what's known in the industry as bacon fenders. They split up, it goes real thin, paint comes off, it starts rusting and it cracks and that looks like shit. So we'll be real careful today. Fortunately it's not terribly cold, so won't have to go too crazy on the heat gun. But yeah, I think I'll start on this side, and then the bro Steve finishes at 2 o'clock on Saturdays, so I'll try and go down there and get some jumper leads hopefully, and I can crank it up off this bag of shit Ford Cougar behind me. But yeah, won't delay any more. Probably show you the tool that I've got to roll the guards. Flip you around. So I got this on eBay for 20 quid. And I feel like all of them are the same. So all the ones I've used before are identical to this, and that's dirt cheap. Fender reforming tool. More like Fender destroying tool. Be careful with these.
swerving on purpose. Hella herbless shit perfect. Chevy surfing. About 12 of us outside dipping in the line. Chicks hypnotized by my dating wise as a slide. They say I got a one-track mind, but I think about money and cars all the time. What I drive could win awards when it's showtime. When it's go time, 13-inch things like I'm skating on dimes. In my own lane, doing my own thing, stacking my own chain.
So it took way longer to assemble than I expected. A bit slow, I'm not as sharp, need to stay on the tools. So yeah, basically, mounts to your hub, you've got adjustment in and out, which pulls this back and forth. This loosens the main body so you can slide that up and down. And you've also got this which locks that in place. So this polyurethane wheel, you can angle it like so up against this lip. So what I'm going to try and do is fold this bit in between my index finger and thumb, pinch that shut, and then hopefully that's all I need to do, because I don't want to pump these guards out too much, just so I can run multiple size wheels. Obviously the 20 by 10.5, I'd like to be able to run 18 by 9s and smaller wheels at some point. So just gonna start on this one nice and slow, gently. Also you want to clear out all the shit under here too, because you get stones in that. If you get something in between that lip and the outside of the fender, bad news, and punch it through it or split your paint. But yeah, get into it. Nice relaxing Saturday afternoon in the sun.
Roll my own joints and I smoke my own strain. Just a different cup, I don't drink what y'all drink. I'm just trying to fill up the bank in my gas tank. Never pay attention to what y'all think. I'd rather drive 300 on the Mustang so I can drive to my nephew ball game. L, mashing, smashing, play ass nigga in traffic, rolling up, not passing, don't ask him. Play ass nigga in traffic, light up, mashing, smashing, play ass nigga in traffic, on his way to where the cash is, he dashing, play ass nigga in traffic. L, mashing, smashing, play ass nigga in traffic, rolling up, not passing, don't ask him. Play ass nigga in traffic, light up, mashing, smashing, play ass nigga in traffic, on his way to where the cash is, he dashing, play ass nigga in traffic. Yeah. Rolling up, play ass nigga in traffic, rolling up, yeah, yeah, rolling up.
So as you can see, it's starting to get a bit thinner. As up there's, can't quite tell because the sun's out of focus, but it's surprisingly tiring. I did my Sylvia years ago, and the panels are obviously a lot thinner because these big thick German boys. It's taking a bit of muscle, but press on. I'm gonna have a little health drink. Won't be a cup of tea today, it's starting to warm up. And we'll carry on. And if I can manually adjust the camera, but I've got this lip in here, all good, which I'll show you on the other side. As you can see there, it's about 20mm wide. Keeps continuing up. This top section doesn't want to move. I've been chipping at it for a while. Up here, all that's being super stubborn. I managed to pinch this in, so I'm going to try and set the heights on the coilovers, drop it back down. It's not looking good. the guard roller doesn't go down short enough. If you see here, I need this to slide in further so I can adjust that wheel more, but I need to get a grinder and cut that off so then I can sort of tilt the wheel on a better angle so it actually pinches it instead of pumping the fenders out. But bang a wheel on and set these heights, see how it sits. Might be alright, might roll. I really want that nice crispy fitment though, so see how we get on. So it's the next morning, and yesterday was a massive struggle. I wasn't expecting well, I don't know why, but these fenders are super thick, so I was in the barbecuing my own fenders cut this morning, and I figured, why don't I just cut these ones, which I know a lot of you will think is pretty rough, but I got this tool that I've always wanted, the old Dremel, so I'm just going to neatly trim it back. Came with a bunch of sanding attachments in that, so I'll do it real carefully, and then obviously we'll seal up that cut line so it doesn't rust, and we can also maybe get sections like this if we need to, but might be a lot faster too, so make some noise. Hopefully no one's sleeping in.
Yo, my head been filled with acid, out of body, mind trick, mind sick like Magic Johnson's dick. You know your shorty letting Bronson hit, stuffed penis down the neck like it's lozenges. 2 bags of drugs, sleep, about to wake 'em up though. Stay sharp, cut cords with the cutthroats. Don't snort, use gloves when you cut dope. Won't stop, eat box on the plush boat. The bro hand, forest green with peanut butter, jelly belly, fucking in a smelly telly. African room, drugs up in the nightstand. Look in my eyes, daddy make the light dance. Nice pants, cut off at the knee. Cuttlefish cut up on the beach out to sea. Mix it with the lime juice, smidgen of its own ink.
The beat cut out.
So as you can see, it's just that lip. Obviously it's sealed in between there, but on the other side where they pressed it together is just a bit of seal. So naturally on this, I noticed on the other side it was starting to separate and get a bit rusty anyway, so I'm not super concerned. Obviously I'm going to seal it up real nice.
I'm the first motherfucker on the block for the cheese and be the last motherfucker to leave. Willie D, he said it best, just a ghetto boy, moving with my metal toy. Gotta get them dollars, bust my metal for the cheddar boy. Catch me in a spot, cooking and cutting, serving the Yola, post up on the corner, you want it? Trying to ride my partners, we coming homie, we got them choppers hanging out in pilots with shotties, knock your life out your body, all about $1, right? Now I'm every bit.
I think that'll do for now. Obviously I raised it up, still need to let it settle, and then I'll work on the other side, get that done, let it all seal and paint dry up, and then start on the front. Might run out of daylight though, so hopefully we can get it out for a drive today. Front's probably the most concerning because obviously when the wheels turn it's going to be a bit of bite, but at least set the heights. And then I've got to put these fender liners in. That's another concern because the fuel filler hose runs on the outside of the wheel well, so I'm concerned that the inside of the wheel is going to rub on that, which will be real bad news, so fingers crossed. Right, it's the following week, kind of ran out of time as I was saying before, and weather's hit and miss, so Saturday morning before I finished last Sunday night, and I don't know why, but part of the dragging was because the offset's too weak, so it was rubbing on the struts, which I somehow didn't realise. I'm sure the wheel bolted all the way up, So unfortunately I'm going to have to run that temporarily just so I can figure out where it needs to sit, and then I'll alternate solution. Hopefully it's less than 10, it looked like about 5 mil. So I'll get set that where it's rubbing, where it's not, and I think 10 mil thread actually on the wheel nuts isn't desirable at all. Probably drive it much, depending, I don't know how much stud's going to stick out, but crack on anyway. Cut the rest of the lip on the passenger rear side. It might for a drive, we'll see. Anyway, crack on.
Tight. Now they wanna holler, so I knock them, let them swallow pipe. Back to my money, yeah, gotta get my money right. Look, this dog gotta eat, I can't handle my hungry nights. A lot of niggas starving hard, so they tend to steal and rob. I just hustle, until a nigga living large. And all a nigga know is to bang and ball. Moving with my Mac 10, ducking the law.
From my cap to the seam on my jeans, I be clocking like a watch you never seen. I wake up in the morning blowing Doja counting green. That's the grinders everyday routine. The people say, hey Mr. Hustle Man, hey Mr. Hustle Man.
Correct fitment and everything. I've turned the car on, turned the wheel left and right, bounced on it a bit, and it's not rubbing anywhere and it's clearing the strut. But with the slip-on spacers, mine are not hub-centric, so you're not going to get them perfect. So at high speed you're going to start to get out of balance and it's going to vibrate. Hub-centric spacers in my opinion are fine because everything's low and even, but my only concern now is thread engagement. So because of slip-on spacer, we're only getting X amount of bite on the wheel stud itself. So the theory is generally the diameter of your wheel stud should be the equal amount going into your wheel nut. And then obviously you want to do your torque specs and everything. There's a few other by to ensure that it's safe. Before I take it for a drive, and if it's not, probably going to have to wait until I get a more permanent solution. But no rubbing on the studs, everything seems to be clear. Obviously with bumps and that, make sure it's not going to bounce off the wheel arches or anything like that, but I think we're alright. Fitment wise isn't like perfect. Get it drivable and safe. So passenger rear wheel well, trim up the fender, get that all nice and fitting. The driver's side's all good, and then torque everything up, do a spanner check, make sure everything's tightened down nicely, and then I guess just go for a drive, test out the quality. Not liking the odds of ride quality, considering I've got a low profile, a 20, and it's definitely not going to be any close to factory. But yeah, crack on. Careful as well, yeah, chainmail punctured my hand. Lower it down slowly. Can't quite tell, but we've achieved correct fitment. Not quite the height that I wanted it. It is actually pretty good. But blood, that metal lip was sat on the tyre about 10 mil in and down here too, so it's looking good. I'm going to do it the traditional way, with the tape measure, road or floor, driveway to the top of the arch, and then I'll set the front up so it's not rubbing, see if we can achieve that stud engagement, and then have a clean up. We'll go for a drive, let the strut settle in that, and then come back, do a retorque as well, and see what the front's saying. But it's looking hopeful. Fingers crossed. Made a potentially good discovery. Very, very fine line. You can notice there is the only place that it's rubbed is on that spring seat. So I'm wondering if I can set the height perfectly in between the sidewall of the tyre, because these tyres are stretched, and the lip of the rim, essentially in here. If you can focus, if I can set it in there, might work, because it's going to be the rest of the strut moving up and down. The base of the strut's going to stay still with the wheel. Ooh. I doubt it'll work, but let's find out. We'll raise it up 10 more mil and we'll see.
You gonna either hear my chains or my car keys. On all these.
And Sean, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been wearing your hoodie in like every video, so I apologise. When this merch runs out, you'll be the first to get a hoodie. So let me know if you want merch and maybe suggestions. Theme t-shirts, hats, hoodies, air fresheners, basic shit.
So cabbages, smoking weed with the baddest. One of my good habits, sprinkling game on these tracks. A nigga so good, edit your hoes froze looking at.
Yeah, it's rubbing still. Space is on.
In my eyes, they see the passion. They come to see me in their eyes flashing. Designer clothes get slid to the side when I'm smashing. I want my flooded Cuban for a chain reaction, my man. Bathing in sweat, snacking pomegranates, my man. Watching not landing, haters can't stand it, my man. They can't box me in because I'm outstanding, my man.
Concerned it's still rubbing. Should have funny noise. I don't know if it was just the springs settling, but I'm gonna jump in and just back it front and back. I'll put the car in the middle of the driveway too. Do some more investigation. Sounds like she's still rubbing, eh? Which is a pain. Alright, jack it back up. Every week, it's more parts. Unfortunately, the weather's packed in, and I've just put it down on all fours, and it's still rubbing, so offset's not perfect. I'm gonna have to order some proper adapters with proper thread engagement with long studs, so hopefully I can get something overnight, or at least turn up on Monday, then we'll keep going, so see you then.
Rest in peace, all the snow, little snow, big yeah.
DatPiff.com world premiere.
Tupac, Biggie, Lil Derek, MC, Side on the ride, all the yellow boy, always do it for my side. I'm alive, EDP, die.
I'm driving. So I've managed to get everything to work. Still need to do a bit of work on the fenders, because when I'm pressing it, it is rubbing a little bit. There's sort of little bits and pieces that stick out in the wheel welds that I need to sort of trim back with the Dremel and grind and seal up and this and that, but main thing is it's going. So the footage you saw at the beginning of the video was last night after I'd done all the works. It's Sunday afternoon now and the block's hot, so I've just gone out for a quick green lane mission. I'm not trying to go sending it and doing dumb shit because feds are watching, but yeah man, everything's good, and it's a treat to be back driving. It's kind of busy. It's hard to find spots around where I live in Yodie land, so this is sort of a excursion to go exploring, get some thumbnails, get a few more B-roll shots and that, but we're all done. So hope you enjoyed the video. Gonna try and keep to the fortnightly uploads. I'm not sure what's gonna be on the next one. I'm still yet to do the rest of the exhaust work, like EGR delete, the turbo downpipe, do the decat on that, plumb it into the new 3-inch, which is on the previous video if you haven't seen that, and do the swirl flaps as well. Whether that's done or not, I'm not too sure, but I need to pull all that out and do a service, do a diff oil, because that's obviously fresh. There's a bit of splatter probably lying in there that needs to get cleaned out now that I've gone for a few laps. So yeah, see how we get on. Subscribe if you want more, leave us a comment, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, see you later.
Got me feeling like this money got me feeling like I'm hella high and these niggas so jive, hating they eyes as I drive by, but never will I ask why. It must just suck to be a never fly underling.